people, welcome to our review of Captain America Civil War. Connor, what is this film about?
Captain America Civil War is a movie about a civil war between the Avengers. Captain America and his team believe that the Avengers should not be put in check, while Iron Man and his team believe that they should. What did you think about this movie, Robert?
Okay, so for a very long time, I have been very, very excited for this movie. I thought the promotional marketing looked great. I thought everything about it looked amazing. Although, whenever I have that high of expectations for film, it's really hard for them to meet that expectation or exceed it. And this film exceeded that expectation by a lot. This movie is amazing. Connor, what did you think?
I thought this movie was really great. There are bits of foreshadowing throughout the movie. Like, the first scene in the movie is foreshadowing towards the end of the movie, and that was really done well. The action was amazing.
Yes, action was amazing. Really fun to watch.
Yes. Ant-Man and Spider-Man are hilarious.
Stole the show.
I thought they were the best parts of the movie, and it was really funny. Yeah. But what I do have to say about this movie is it's kind of a quote from my Instagram review where I like to write reviews. So it's the fun from the Avengers, the great story from the Winter Soldier, the CGI from Age of Ultron, and the comedy from Ant-Man, and you've got Civil War.
Yeah, this is a combination of a lot of great things. Okay, here's what I like. First off, the beginning scene involves Crossbones. An amazing scene, just the fighting, the way that it's set up, and the ending of it, how it just, again, like it foreshadows the end of the movie. Great scene. Cinematography. Usually I'm kind of tired with Marvel films having super bland cinematography. It just sort of looks like a TV show. This film's cinematography is great. It really works well with the action.
I do have to say another thing. Most Marvel movies have awful scores. This movie had a great score.
This movie had a pretty good score. There's an issue set up with Scarlet Witch. That what I really love about Marvel films is that they take their superheroes as characters and people instead of superheroes, and they really did that with Scarlet Witch in this movie. She was a real character, and she had a lot of issues that not any of us can relate to, but you felt bad for her. There's reasoning behind why Tony Stark believes what he does. Beautifully executed. Just how it's positioned, how it happens, really well done. The humor in this movie, it works so well because you'll have a really intense scene that's really gripping, and then they'll have a joke thrown in there, and that could have messed with the tone, but it didn't.
A lot of movies, it does. Like, I can't bring any up right now, but I'd say, actually, Ride Along, the first Ride Along. I'd say, like, they'll be in the middle of an intense action scene, and they'll, like, shout a joke that's not funny because they're in the middle of an action scene.
Yeah, I agree.
But this, it didn't mess with the tone, it didn't mess with it. It was intense, and there's a joke. There were a lot of jokes during that one airport scene, which I thought was the best scene in the movie, by far.
I agree. There's also Agent 13 in this movie. I was kind of concerned, like, what is Agent 13 really going to do? But she's used really well in the movie, and again, they go a much deeper into her character than the Winter Soldier, which I really like, because you got to know her backstory, and there's something that is revealed about her character that you're like, oh, I didn't see that coming. That makes perfect sense. Again, the action, I already praised it, but the action, especially the airport scene.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. That's more the funnier action scene, yet it's also dramatic because you can tell there are certain people taking it more seriously than others. Like, Ant-Man and Spider-Man aren't taking it super seriously. They understand that they need to fight, but then there's like
Captain
Iron Man.
America and Iron Man.
Yeah, and
Vision and
Black Widow. Yeah, they're all taking it really seriously because they're really just debating on what they should do or not. There's a scene where just Vision and Scarlet Witch where Vision's trying to cook something. It's an amazing scene because it reveals a lot of character about the both of them. And I didn't know that a robot could have so much character. I mean,
well, like, he's not technically a robot.
True, I mean, he's his own sentient being, yet I like how he's sort of a human but sort of a robot, and they do that really well with Vision. Acting's great, and I love how political the movie is. I've had discussions with people where it's like, do you believe Team Cap or Team Iron Man? And we've had conversations about it, and it seemed political.
What are you, Team Cap or Team Iron Man?
I'm Team Cap. Started the movie as Team Cap, then Iron Man, then Cap, then Iron Man, then Cap, then Iron Man, then Cap, and ended Cap. But that's another great thing the movie does. It really makes you switch sides constantly.
But I would have to say as much as I wanted Captain America to win, I'd say after seeing the movie, I am Team Iron Man.
You are Team Iron Man? Really?
Well, I believe in Team Iron Man. I don't want him to win, but I believe he is correct.
I would totally have a discussion about him with this if we were doing spoilers, but we're not. Also, another thing that I really liked about the movie is that when they announced Marissa Tomei as Aunt May, a lot of people were like, whoa, she's too attractive to play Aunt May. And they totally play on that joke, where, Iron Man's like, and you're extremely hot aunt for some reason. I didn't know ants could be that hot. Well, we come in all shapes and sizes. That was awesome. And I love how every person in the movie has a clear reason why they're on each side. It's not like, oh, we need this person on this side to balance out the teams. It's not like that at all. There's legitimate reasons why each and every person is on in certain scenes.
There are a lot of jokes that you actually have to think about. Most actions like the Avengers and Age of Ultron and any other Marvel movie, there's like, haha, that's really funny. But in stuff like this, they have there's one joke during the war that I really laughed really hard about, because spoilers coming. Skip 10 seconds if you haven't seen it. Ant-Man turns to Giant Man, and then Spider-Man's crawling on him, and he's like, get off, shoot.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of jokes like that in this movie, which I thought were really pleasant, and they were really nice.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I also want to say, the final fight in the movie, I don't want to get too much into it. You've already seen it in the trailer, sadly, but it had me misty-eyed. I was on the edge of my seat, anticipating what's going to happen. It was an amazing action sequence and an amazing emotional action sequence. That's what the fight between Batman and Superman should have been in Batman versus Superman. Yeah. Let's not start that topic. But I also wanted to say there's a comic book reference in the final fight. Amazing. Just I pretty much flat out screamed when I saw it, just because of how it happened. I thought it was amazing, and of course Stanley cameo is great. So do you have anything bad about the movie?
No, do you?
I have one bad thing. I thought the villain could have been much stronger.
Really? I really liked Daniel Brühl. I thought he was intense, and I really liked him.
See, I thought he had good morals behind what he was doing, but overall I thought he was just kind of dull, to be honest.
Really?
I didn't really think that he stood out that much.
Wow.
And I just thought he kind of was a tad dull. Oh, also, I have to say, Black Panther in the movie, awesome. They don't force a story, like, they have a story with him, but it's not like the whole movie revolves around him. I love how Marvel can set up a character without having to have 2 hours to set him up. I really like that. So overall, my score for Captain America Civil War will be a 9.25 out of 10, 9 1/4, my second favorite movie of the year. I doubt anything will beat Zootopia.
This is my second favorite of the year. It's 10 out of 10. I'm still debating between this and Zootopia, because I loved both. They're both amazing movies. They're both 10 out of 10s. You should see them both if you haven't seen.
Yeah, and I just find it awesome that right now I have a 9.5 and a 9.25 movie showing in the same theater at the approximately at the same time. It's an awesome age that we live in. So the two movies we're comparing it to are Avengers: Age of Ultron and Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Connor, Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron is a movie that is insanely underrated.
Yeah.
Almost everyone that I know, like, they just say, it's okay, it's all middle, it's setting up just a ton of movies. It's the only reason why it exists. See, this is the same thing that I feel for Catching Fire. A lot of people are just like, this is only here to set up the next two movies. This isn't a great movie. I thought that was the best part. I thought that was the best one. But I think this is better than the Avengers, in my opinion. The action is like 20 times better in this. There's a better story. It's more story-based. Scarlet Witch and Vision, two great characters.
Mm-hmm.
They used Anthony Mackie's character really well in that one, too. I have my notes right here. Ultron was a great villain.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, a lot of people say he's an okay villain, but yeah.
Yeah.
I loved him.
Yeah, and I also love Age of Ultron. I don't understand where the hate's coming from at all. I've been thinking about it quite a lot recently, and I need to rewatch the films, but I think that this could be better than the first Avengers film, because I love this movie. Again, Ultron, he is an amazing villain. I mean, I usually dislike most of the villains in the MCU. I think Iron Man, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, all bad villains. The Incredible Hulk, bad villain. Thor, Thor the Dark World. I mean, sorry, not Thor, but Thor the Dark World, bad villain. And Ant-Man, bad villain. And besides that, I think that they're all good except for Loki, which is awesome. And then Ultron is just another amazing villain. He's menacing, and he's really brooding, and it's just... You see what he wants in his eyes, which is just the destruction of the Earth, and usually...
And he has reason behind it.
Yeah, and...
Like, a lot of people are saying, he has no reason behind it. He just wants to destroy the Earth for some reason. No, because he thinks that killing all humans would create peace.
Yeah.
Which he has some reason behind that, and it is kind of true.
Yeah, and a villain like that could just come off as black and white, but he definitely didn't. I also love just the action sequences, especially the final scene, one of the scenes where they're using slow motion.
Oh, yes.
It's an amazing scene where they're just fighting the Ultron bots. The CGI also looked amazing on Ultron and the Ultron bots, and they really went in depth with a lot of the characters, and they really gave them emotional backstory. Also, another thing, I really thought that the Scarlet Witch Hulk love romance could have felt forced, but I didn't think...
You mean the Black Widow?
Black Widow and Hulk romance. I thought that could have felt forced.
It's another thing that everyone hated about the movie, but I thought it was really good. I think it was really well done.
I do also think it was really well done. So my score for Age of Ultron is an 8.8 out of 10.
I have another thing to say.
Another thing.
So I really liked how easy the superheroes turned on each other. It kind of proved how vulnerable humans and superheroes are.
Yeah.
That's what it's great about Marvel. It didn't think of superheroes as these gods, except for Thor, of course, because he is a god. But like, they're not perfect people.
Yeah.
Which is what's great about the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of something like DC, where it seems like people like Batman can do anything, and people like Superman can't be harmed.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. That's really what Marvel does well. What's your score for Age of Ultron?
I'd give it a 10.
A 10 out of 10. Another one. All right. So then our final film we're comparing it to is Captain America: The Winter Soldier, which is another film I love from Marvel. I love the tone of it. It feels like a political 70s spy action espionage thriller. It's just and yet at the same time, it doesn't really feel like a superhero movie, but I think that works really well with the film, because Captain America doesn't feel like a superhero. I mean, he's clearly is a superhero, and he's clearly well built, but he is a human at his core, and he has human struggles. I thought that Black Widow was used amazingly in the movie, just as sort of like a person that there could be romantic chemistry there, but really they're just mostly friends. I really liked that, and I really liked how they used Falcon on your left.
Yes.
Yeah, that was great introduction for him.
Yeah, I thought that Anthony Mackie was probably the best actor in the movie. He's a great character that I want to see more from.
Yeah.
Hydra, everyone in Hydra, I did not see that coming. At all.
Yeah, I didn't see that twist coming either.
Yeah, and considering that it wasn't a twist at the end like twists normally are, it's really great.
Yeah. It's sort of midway through the movie, and they sort of hint throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I also, another spoiler alert, skip 12 seconds. Another villain I find great is Robert Redford. He is just menacing, yet he doesn't need some sort of huge, well-built body or like some great powers to be a menacing villain. It's just pure acting, and that's what makes him menacing.
Yeah, Robert Redford is a great actor, and I was surprised to see he was in this movie, and he was great in this movie.
Yeah.
Another great actor in this movie. It was riveting. I was on the edge of my seat. I was like, it's like the Silence of the Lambs, where I was standing up and I didn't realize it.
Yeah.
And 10 Cloverfield Lane, where my mouth was open for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, it's riveting. You're on the edge of your seat. It's thrilling. It's like a ride.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the action's just amazing. It's so well shot. I think that the Captain America movies have the best action of any superhero film ever.
Yeah.
Just the way that it's shot, the way that it's executed, it's amazing action. What's your score for The Winter Soldier?
I would give The Winter Soldier a 9.75, 9.8.
9.8 out of 10. I give The Winter Soldier a 9 out of 10. Alright, well, that looks like it concludes our tournament of Captain America Civil War.
Do you want to rank the Marvel movies you have seen?
Rank the Marvel
MCU.
movies I have seen. Okay, so we'll do that real quick. We'll rank the Marvel movies we have seen. I've seen all of them. So my order is Iron Man. No, sorry. At the very bottom would be Thor. Then it would be Iron Man 2. Then it would be The Incredible Hulk. Then it would be Iron Man 3. Then it would be Iron Man. No, sorry. Thor: The Dark World, then Iron Man 3, then Iron Man, then Captain America: The First Avenger, then Ant-Man, then Avengers: Age of Ultron, then Captain America: The Winter Soldier, then then the Avengers. I'm not sure if the Avengers: Age of Ultron and Avengers will be going back and forth a lot. Then the Winter Soldier, then Civil War, then at the very top, Guardians of the Galaxy. I may have forgot one, but I don't think I did.
See, I have only seen 5 of them, so I'm going to rank them from worst to best. I'm going to go with Ant-Man, which I give a 9.82. I love these movies. Captain America: The Winter, actually, The Avengers. Captain America: The Winter Soldier, then Age of Ultron, then Civil War.
Civil War. All right, that concludes our tournament of Captain America: Civil War. I'm Robert Burke,
And I'm Connor Gilbert.
and this has been the Clever Critics. Goodbye.